Hi everybody, my name is Edgar and welcome to the Hoard of the Board channel. Uh, we're continuing with our Christmas bias guide, and this one is one that I have more than just six games. It's not really even games, it's for the gamer that is rated excellent, like it says here on up. Uh, he has everything. He has all the games, he has the expansions, he has it signed by the designer, by the artist. He has it signed by the artist's dog or something. He has everything. So the thing is, maybe there are some things that he doesn't have, and that's what we're talking about. I just have a few that I picked out that I think are can be a very good surprise for that gamer in your life that has everything. So, like these people here going through history, like all the games, is like, hey, if you would live for so long, uh, you would have played all the games, and maybe you have that game that played all the games, and he has all the games, and from chess to Twilight Imperium. So that is what we're trying to deduce is like, what can we get that gamer, that friend that has everything. So starting off, these are some things that you have to do your homework for this one, because some things you don't see because he has a big game room and you don't see everything. Maybe he has some things stashed in a closet because that's where he keeps those things. So be a little bit of a sleuth. Ask his girlfriend or ask her boyfriend what he or she uh, does or doesn't have. Um, and if and pay attention what he says. It's like, I'm missing that expense. It's very hard to get. So like, um, maybe that's a good hint to uh, get that person to admit maybe something that he wants, or maybe what he doesn't want, so that you know what you can get. So the first one is maybe like a dice tower. Like if he's into D&D or he has a lot of games that he has to roll dice, there are enough towers. Uh, I just went to Google to show you some examples. Like this one looks very cool. You can see it partially because I have it a little bit zoomed in normally. Um, yeah, this one's also very nice. That's on Reddit, for example. Says case. Uh, if you know someone, or if you have a 3D printer, if you know someone that has a 3D printer, you can ask them to print a 3D dice tower. And this one's also excellent. Um, oh, this one's also cool. That is a downloadable file, and here you see like, oh, this is really cool. This one is a cool one. So, and you see you have even like the normal transparent one. If someone likes it simple, this one Game Genic, and you can put this one together. Actually, I saw this one in for real. It's a quite nice dice tower, so they fall in and everything like clanks. It has a makes a lot of sound though. um, so this one looks very nice with the colors. And this one you can actually just you can put everything in and just take it with you. I think so. There are so many dice towers. Just check out, maybe check Etsy. Whoa. Uh, and there are a lot of dice towers. I think I already clicked for the other one. For the next one. So a dice tower is something that especially if that person does D&D. That's a good thing or is a DM, a dice tower DM. You can get those dice towers. Really cool, really nice. Just get them a dice tower. The next one is like very simple. I'm not gonna hang up too much on this one. Dice trays. You have a lot of different dice trays. You have dice trays that are more of a plasticky ones. You have wooden ones. You have them made out of felt. You have these ones that you can just click them together and they form this dice tray. You can easily take it with you or put it into the box of the board game that you're playing. Uh, this one looks pretty cool. Does this come with dice? I'm not really sure. Things you can roll it here and you can keep the dice on the outside, which is really nice. Let me just check. There's a Dragon Central Kit. With Astray. Oh, you have 5 sets of. Oh, this is in the Netherlands. But for example, sometimes they come with dice. If you got like a fancy one. Um, and there are really different ones. For example, this one is a nice one. Oh, can I even make it bigger? And you can get them in different colors. Or maybe nice wooden ones that have a felt insert. Or just these simple ones. Some people like these simple ones, for example. But just ask around and see what they're really into. Or they have a dice tray and they want a one for another game, so you can still buy a dice tray. Uh, so my second one is a dice tray. My third one is board game inserts, and you can buy them in so many different ways. You can have wooden ones, which are a bit heavier. You can have these foam board ones. You can have them. You have this uh, nice foam where you can put some. Oh, I cannot make. I cannot make it bigger. This is from a few stores. It's not opening. This one is it's called Evercore sheets. It's um, it's from Folded Space, and you can have them in a lot of also like different configurations. You can even 3D print them or buy them at Etsy 3D printed. Or if you have a 3D printer at home, you can print them or ask a friend. And I know there are some companies that have 3D printers that can make 3D prints for price. Um, I got a 3D print for Dinosaur World, which I absolutely love for my birthday. That was like such a great present. You don't even know how good that felt to get that. I was even surprised that they gave it to me. Uh, uh, so thank you, John and Dominique. Uh, maybe I shouldn't have said your name. Maybe everybody now wants a a dice insert, a printed insert. I mean. But there's a lot. For example, this one is from Arc Nova. From it's not 3D printed, but oh, there's a lot of them. I just wanted it bigger. Um, and the thing is, you have to glue them together with a little bit of glue. But as soon as you do it, they stick together. It's very nice. They now have them more printed with a color scheme, so they jam a bit better with the gaming nights. You can take them out and not be just gray. I have them for they have them for Daitoshi, which I still have to get. Bitoku is one that I have from Folded Space, and it's amazing. Um, so that is what I would suggest, and that is a insert. And oh, for example, this one. Maybe I can show you this one. This one is the one that I also want. It's for hegemony. It has a nice insert, but sometimes you try to put like sleeves in, and then suddenly not everything fits. Well, at least it doesn't fit the historical expansion. Those cars don't fit, and I just want everything to be in a good insert. Even some expansions. Ah, now they have it. Well, so I would say get them a board game insert. Um, Also, like fancy dice. Fancy dice are. Oh, this is like. Fancy dice, you can. My god, there's so many dice. Oh, read more. Can I see these dice? Not getting any bigger. It is thinking about it. Nope, this is not working. Uh, but there are a lot of dice. For example, these with the dragons at Etsy. Look at this. It's so cool. Okay, let's continue on Etsy for a while. These are also really nice. They look 3D printed, by the way. I think they are. That is really nice. For example, these are cool. With the purple and the metal. You can have so many different dice. It is crazy. Oh, fancy dice. That is my other choice. Is that one, two, three? This is my first choice. I have a few more to go. Um, a gaming mat for board games. You can have them just a gaming mat with a theme, or a just a one color one, so that you can put cards on, and you don't have to try to scrape them off the table like a wild cat, and you can pick them up very easily. You have different mats. You have mats where the cards stay in one place. Mats where you can just put the cards from left to right very easily, and they're on the display mat so they don't get damaged. Um, Mats with grip and without grip, of course. That's what I was trying to say. But the thing is, you can also get uh, gaming specific mats for games. For example, here you have play mats for. Oh, this is play mats. Let's play together. But they have here just for chess. You can have a play mat for chess, but also for other games. Let's see if we can find some more stuff. This is for Eclipse, where you can put the tiles on. From War Chess, for example. Um, this one is from for Outer Rim. I really want this one, to be honest. They can be a bit pricey, but it's like uh, it's like what was I gonna say? It's pricey, but sometimes it's worth it, because the thing is, if that person plays a game a lot, it will be worth it to give it to him, because they're gonna use it. Um, well, it's not a lot, but the thing is, depending on your price range, of course. Uh, oh, this one is in the U.S., so it's like expensive to ship them. Uh, and sometimes you have the option to get them to get the gaming mats in these carry-on bags. Sometimes at Etsy. Oh, this is the let's play together. These are not the. This is not American price, American dollars. This is euros, so yeah. Or maybe it's still in American. Just oh, but it's the EU. Okay, just try to check on in your local area, or if the shipping is not too much, and that is gaming mats. Uh, the thing is, sometimes for your favorite game, they make official player mats, but then they don't make as much because they will not sell as many as the game itself. Uh, for example, well, I cannot see one specifically. For example, these are mats for Earth. Earth had official player mats, but I don't know if they're gonna print them over and over again because not a lot of people buy player mats to sufficiently print enough of them. But at Etsy you can get like awesome player mats, to be honest. And they're all like themed differently. For example, this one is ice. This one is a big wave. Very cool and very nice. And sometimes they are actually functional as well. Um, and sometimes you just want a background that fits. For example, I'm looking for one with water with tidal blades, and hopefully to get one next year when these crazy days have come and gone. And I need one because those are separate tiles, and if they're on the table, it's better to put them on a mat. And I want a background that fits the theme of water. So yeah, um, there are a lot of ones. There are some companies that also even do print on demand on the mats. Those are crazy. For example, even like things like Amazon has like these. Is this? For example, there's also mats for Magic the Gathering. I don't know what the size of this one is. 35 centimeters. This is quite big. And sometimes you can get them in different sizes. Uh, this one is a very beautiful mat, by the way. Very, very cool. I think I have to save this one. And this one's really cool. Okay, so that is gaming mats. Uh, and the next one is board game component upgrades. Um, it can be anything. It can be coins. It can be uh, changing from meeples to little miniatures. Uh, it can be, for example, these things here. For this is for what is this for? Oh, all in upgrades root kit for root 138 pieces. This is on the expensive side, but sometimes you can even just get them uh, just for like the first player token or just um, things for your own player mats, for your own player board that you can upgrade. Um, let me see if we can find some more. This is the locks components for a board game, but it doesn't say which board game. Oh, it's just that. No, I don't want to see that. For example, here this is for, I think this is for terraforming Mars. This is even a do-it-yourself. Oh, I go to Reddit. This is, for example, for brass. It didn't say for this picture was not for brass, but it's really weird. Like even for new games, for example, for SETI, you have these deluxe component tokens, which you can get. Uh, this one is for Century, A New World. What? And do it yourself tutorial. Okay. My custom upgrades for Century and New World. Okay, I'm going to save this. I'm learning a lot of new stuff here. Uh, I started scanning and printing and mounting the player words onto chipboard. Oh, cool. Huh, funny. You can even do that. You can just upgrade stuff yourself if you're savvy enough. Uh, you can even have bigger meeples like this guy did. He just upgraded and bought bigger meeples that make more sense. Nice. There's a lot of things you can do with upgrading. Like for example, Dune has the upgrade pack, which makes uh, the wooden go into miniatures. Uh, so and that is my board game upgrade tokens. Even like resource, for example, this one here. This is for Solkian. Okay. Laminates can improve quality of player boards. Uh, this doesn't come from me. You see it on the screen. I don't know enough about laminating. I have a friend that laminated some stuff, and there you were. And then started getting air and bubbles forming. So they were like, we have to buy the game again. So that is the risk that you take by laminating boards and cards and stuff like that. So do it at your own risk. Extra dice. Yep. Even just extra dice. If you sometimes get like a game and it's like, hey, you can buy extra dice for it. Sometimes it's nice to have extra dice, especially a big board game. Then you can put dice on both sides and people can use them without going like, hey, could you pass me the dice every time? Uh, and poker chips are a great replacement for money, by the way. You can even like glue something on the middle. I have these for for Feed the Kraken, by the way. I got these cheap little baggies made of cloth, and I had a poker chip set, and I put in, instead of having your roll, which sometimes can fall out and just reveal your roll in the game, I had your chip, red chip for pirates, blue chip for sailors, and a yellow chip for the cultists. And I put them in the bag, and everybody gets a bag. You just look into the bag and see what it is. And if you have to give someone the card, it doesn't fall down because you give the bag. They open it up and they look inside. They can take it out because it's a sleeping phase. It's a social deduction game. And then they take it out and they put it in again. Very easy. Improves the game because unless they drop the chip, it's like, okay. um, then they see it, but you don't have to take it out immediately unless you have bad lighting, of course. And those are upgrading the components. Uh, I also would suggest a. This is something that people go like, why are you suggesting this? People are not using CDs anymore. I wouldn't mind getting a CD of a soundtrack, and hear this: if a soundtrack is, if a game it has a, for example, a Cthulhu feel, you can get matching sound. For example, usually the Cthulhu game are set like maybe in the 60s or the 50s. You can get like a 50s soundtrack on a CD or give them digitally as a present. Um, um, Now people don't do that much anymore because they don't use CDs and they use Spotify. Um, but for example, there are a lot of movie soundtracks that work for certain games. Um, I don't know if this one was from the movie, but I see here Silent Hill. But Silent Hill can also be used. This is the video game soundtrack. I see it now. But for example, Silent Hill can be used for other horror games. It can be used for Mansion of Madness, for example. Um, for example, this is a Doom soundtrack. It's kind of like more hardcore, but you can use it for like a D&D session, a specific D&D section. Um, and sometimes you can get these like Red Dead Redemption 2, House Building EP. This is whole box. Oh, this is also Persona. This is not. I thought it was one game, but this is Final Fantasy. Um, but there's these box sets with CDs, and if there's into a certain genre of games, for example, like Japanese games and stuff like that, you can give them this as a present if it fits the board game. I think it's a very nice game. I would appreciate it. I would go like, this is awesome. For example, I have the Halo soundtrack. There are some Halo games out there, but I really want. I hope they can bring a Halo board game that is really good, that transcends everything, and then I can play that soundtrack. Um, and even maybe from movies if they have a good soundtrack. So yeah, gaming soundtrack. Um, the other one thing that is a good thing to give is a board game expansion. Be careful. Ask them if they have. Well, just try to circumvent the question, of course, because it's Christmas time, and if you ask them, ask this, they're gonna expect maybe that expansion to be put under the tree, but and don't go only looking at their Kallax shelves or the other shelves that they have to have board games, because sometimes they take the expansion out of the box, put it in the main box, and or they keep the expansion boxes somewhere else, or they throw it away. So then you don't know, even if you're looking at the shelves, if they have the expansion. So unless you know, but you don't know for every game if you have played. Maybe you have played all the games, or maybe they didn't tell you that they bought the expansion and it's already in the box, and you go like, oh, we have played that game like last week, and he doesn't have the expansion, but like this week he got the expansion in and he just already put it there, but hasn't played it with you yet. So to not give him a double present, a present that he or she already has, ask around. There are enough expansions for here. You have Dark Souls, um, Dead by Daylight has expansions, Horizon Zero Dawn, Root has a ton of expansions, Side has a ton of expansions, uh, Suburbia. There is a lot. Don't look at the Battlestar Galactica because it's not in print anymore. Uh, Game of Thrones has an expansion. Frostpunk, for example. Nemesis has some standalone expansion. Be careful if you want to give him a game, because sometimes if you give him a game and you give him an expansion, um, some people go like, don't see it on the box. Sometimes it's um, just look very very careful on the box. That's also like a thing that I want to give you. But if it's a standalone expansion, you can give it as like the base game, for example. Um, I think Aftermath. I can't remember which ones are standalone expansion. For example, Dead of Winter has a standalone expansion, which you can also play standalone. Um, yeah. Also, big boxes. I see that it's a different beast. It's not really an expansion, but sometimes these big boxes come with some small expansions in it, and then you can fit that person can fit their expansions and the base game in a big box if they want a big box. But then not everybody is a fan of that one, because you have to haul it everywhere if you want to bring it to game night. So just poke around a little bit, see what they think about big boxes. And I think it falls under expansion because sometimes they have an expansion in it or some extra stuff. Um, so yeah, that for example, the big box for Viscounts had a few extra cards in it. So yep. So expansions, and then something that I want for myself: board gaming table, the most expensive thing, of course. I put this as a game for myself as the extra game because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this is the ninth. So I put 8 things for your consideration, but also this one. But the thing is, this one is an expensive one. You can use this one if people give this one or they have a lot of money, or they uh, or they give it to their significant other so that they can play together for game night, and they like are like, hey, I bought us a gaming table, uh, and it's already in the living room. Yeah, gaming tables. Just look it up. I don't know a lot about them. They can come with lights or without lights, with these magnetic things that you can put your drinks in. Um, uh, you can also have ones that can be used as a dining table, because then you put the little wooden things on top and you can use it as a dining table while your game is still set up underneath it. So it makes it so easy and convenient. You also have a small one as a side table, or as a coffee table, I mean, and you can have them as big as a dining table size. So yeah, and different shapes and sizes. So whatever your pick. So those were my games for the gamer who has everything. Or you can even give them to a gamer that doesn't have everything, but it's still good to venture into the side stuff of board gaming without just being board games. Except for example, the expansion one. So that is my recommendation for the gamer who has everything. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe down below. What are you giving? Are you giving anything for Christmas? Don't spoil it for the person that you're giving it to, but maybe that person is is watching my channel or not. I don't know. But what do you think of my suggestions? And leave a comment and have a good one. See you later. Bye.